bit of rust, and she goes again in Morton in 2 days' time. She said, like, those huge crowds that we have here today, obviously the weather is a big help, but it makes such a difference to the athletes when the crowd is trackside rather than, although as much as we love you watching us here and listening to us here on the stream, getting into the stadium is all that matters for the athletes, so they can see you and hear your adoring cheers. So we hope we'll see you all again in Morton Stadium on Friday, and also at the National Championships on the 2nd and 3rd of August in that same stadium. But the men are lining up here, Cathal, for a final race of the day, and that is our Cork City Council men's 1 mile.
Yeah, there's 16 of them, 15 racers, 1 pacer. That would be Jack O'Leary. He'll be braking from near the outside. But the racers from the inside will be Callum Davies of Australia, Jack Bruce of Australia, Matthew Ramsden of Australia, Joe Wigfield of Great Britain, Ruben Reina of the USA, Santiago Catrofe of Uruguay, Marco Langon, look out for him, of the US, James Gormley of Ireland, Sean Donoghue of Ireland, Philip Marin of Ireland, Cathal O'Reilly of Ireland, Louis Mallon of Ireland, and last of the Irishmen, converted from the US, Ronan McMahon Staggs, a Californian with Irish heritage, former student at UCLA, transferred to the University of Washington in 2023. Go Dogs. So, as I mentioned, McMahon Staggs is a 3:51 miler. Matthew Ramsden, third from the right there in that white and orange and blue Nike strip, is also a 3:51 miler, albeit a few years ago now. So expect the Aussies always like to get on it, and Ramsden slots in behind the pacemaker. Very keen to get on with things there. And they are moving at quite a tempo, and they will be attacking this 4-minute barrier in a big way. They will be attacking the 3:55 barrier, I would suspect, and who knows how much quicker they can go. As we see Ramsden there just almost too keen, trips over the pacemaker slightly, but they are moving at a very, very quick tempo here through the first 200 metres.
Yeah, absolutely rolling already and spread out. We're single file, and there's gaps appearing even already as we come around towards 300 metres in this men's mile. The pacemaker doing a great job, and he said Matthew Ramsden is slotting right in behind him. Athletes behind him there will be loving that as well. He is a big, big man, the Australian, so if there is a wind out there at the moment, the flags seem to be dying down a little bit. He will be blocking a lot of that. That looks like Joe Wigfield there slotting in behind Ramsden in de facto second place behind the pacemaker, but as it stands, we are strung out and the pace is rolling, Cathal.
Yeah, it certainly is. Joe Wigfield there just slotting into third, and it is Callum Davies, the Australian, back in fourth as well, the sports scientist, a 25-year-old from Queensland. He ran 3:37 for 1500, and he's run very well at Cork City Sports and Morton Games in the past. We've often seen him up the front contending. Can he get to win tonight? Maybe tonight is the night, as they pass 600 metres at the moment, but it is at the moment the pacemaker, and it is Rambo back in second. Matthew Ramsden looks keen to get on with things here. He hasn't been in his best form ever this year, but he is an athlete who is all class. He once finished 6th in the World Under-20 Championships all the way back in 2016. But he's an athlete who's often been running 3:34, 3:35, but in recent years it's been more in the high 3:30s or even low 3:40s. It's too early in the race to really figure out what kind of shape he's in tonight, but look, moving up there on the outside, number 5 and number 7, Joe Wigfield, then it is Santiago Catrofe of Uruguay on the outside. As the pace now starts to slow, the pacemaker stepping aside, needs to get off the track there quickly, and he finally does as he goes round the bend after interfering with a few athletes first though. But it is now Matthew Ramsden left alone at the front and has a lot of work to do 700 metres out, and then it is Joe Wigfield of Britain, and moving up on the outside is Santiago Catrofe of Uruguay. I mentioned he ran that South American 5,000 metre record of 12:59 at the Paris Diamond League. He is so strong at the moment. This will feel like a pure speed test for him, and G. Julie does move to the front to try and push things along, and it looks like Ramsden is fading quickly back through the field now like a pebble through water. He doesn't look to have anything left, and the pace is picking up once again up the front, and look out for Marco Langon of the US, the 3:33 1,500 metre man. He was heartbroken to finish third at the NCAA Championships, but he won't be third tonight. I think he looks very comfortable on the shoulder there of Catrofe with 400 metres to run. Wigfield back in third. There's a gap now forming to the two Australians, Davies and Ramsden, back in fourth and fifth. But it is Marco Langon. He is running hard around this bend. He is putting these men to the sword. He is using that 5,000 metre strength. 300 metres left for Langon. Trying his best to go with him is the Uruguayan. Santiago Catrofe, but he's just got to push the pace at this point because Joe Wigfield is right there as well. At the moment with 200 metres to run, Langon still has it. He pushes harder now around the bend. It doesn't look like anyone's going to come from behind. It is Marco Langon, the Villanova student, pushes for home on the final bend. Now he goes for broke. Catrofe doesn't have anything left. I don't think Wigfield does either. Marco Langon powering down the home straight. He's celebrating early. He's a star man. He's a star. What a performance by Marco Langon. 3:53 on the clock. 3:54 as he crosses Santiago Catrofe. Takes second and then coming down the outside for a third. That was the UCD man, I think.
What a performance there, and what a celebration. 70 metres to go. He puts the hand up in the air. I think he twisted his ankle crossing the line, but hopefully nothing too bad there. But what a performance there from Marco Langon. If you paid into this event, it was worth your while for that 100 metres alone.
And it was Louis Mallon there coming down the outside for a third, and he is quite rightly celebrating that performance because that was a brilliant run by him. 4:01 was his previous best. I mentioned tonight could be the night to break 4, and he didn't just break it, he absolutely smashed it. I think he would have been around the 3:56 or so there for Louis Mallon.
Oh, brilliant race. What a performance out front there from the champion Marco Langon. There he is running across. You see this replay coming down the home straight. He looks to the left, he looks to the right. He waves to the crowd. He has another look back, sees he has 10, 15 metres from the field. Wigfield and co behind him, battling hard to try and stay with him, keep those places on the podium. Just take a little twist of the ankle as he crosses the line, but there's nothing to worry about there. He's full of celebrations, and he is the Cork County City Council champion of the men's mile.
He is a very exuberant personality, and he gave one of the great interviews at the NCAA Championships after coming up short of the victory he so desperately wanted over in Eugene about a month ago. But great to see him carry on his season. Come over here, of course, Marcus O'Sullivan, the head coach at Villanova University, is also here, and he'll be very proud of the effort he made tonight. Not sure what he'd make of that early celebration, but I suppose when you win, you can't really critique that.
Yeah, if it's not going to be super quick, you might as well win, and if you're going to win, you might as well win in style. So that was, and nothing disrespectful either. It was just a brilliant appreciation of the crowd here on that home straight. You see him, as you correctly called it, come by that steeplechase barrier. The gap opened up, and there was nobody going to challenge behind. Wigfield was making a brave effort at the 200 metre mark. He's sitting in third there at the minute. I think he finished in fifth in the end, but there was nothing he could do about it. The challenge from Marco Langon came with 3:50 to go, and there was no catching him whatsoever from Santiago Catrofe, the Uruguayan, holding on for that second spot. And Louis Mallon came through, called first time to break 4 minutes, first time to break 3:59, first time to break 3:58, and first time to break 3:57, 3:56.09, nearly into the 3:55 is the first time of asking. So that's a man who was ready to run fast, and he sees the opportunity. He's going to get on the podium, get that bronze medal, which is most important.
Absolutely, it's all about the medals here at the Cork City Sports at the 71st edition of the Cork City Sport. Confirmation of that win by Marco Langon. How quick might that have been? His previous best was 3:54.60, so he takes 1/100th of a second off. How much would he have taken off if he didn't do that? Well, I think he put Usain Bolt to shame with that, but it was magnificent to watch. And that's what we want, a bit of personality, a bit of showmanship. Send the crowd home happy and show all that this sport can be. But Marco Langon, he's all courage, but on that performance, he was absolutely all class. 3:50.